A very good Monday morning to everyone out there across Wobbles country and beyond. Hope you all had a phenomenal weekend. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast courtesy of On Target. Got some cloud debris tracking in here off of a storm complex with some rain showers included over across portions of Missouri, up over into Arkansas and up into Iowa as well. That cloud debris trucking down here actually providing us somewhat of a beautiful sunrise across portions of the region. We can get a look over the Reed Dossier sky cam up in Brownsville, showcasing a wide array of coloration there early this morning, thanks to that cloud debris. A beautiful start to what's going to be an absolutely immaculate day. Beach Tree News Sky Cam showcasing some coloration, getting started there overlooking Morgantown as well. Take a look at these current conditions outside, folks. It is absolutely incredible. Temperatures and dew points hanging out anywhere between the mid and upper 50s region-wide. Humidity is going to stay at bay today, providing another wonderful day for us to enjoy underneath a healthy mix of sun and clouds. Highs are going to be right up to around the 80-degree mark, with some of us potentially not escaping out of the 70s. Getting a look here at the latest surface map, it can kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. We got this weather maker that's trying to approach here from the west, but you'll see that area of high pressure parked over the region is going to keep us very dry in the lower levels of the atmosphere. As we work into this afternoon and evening, we might get in on some hit-miss sprinkles here across the region, but for the most part, we should remain dry with just that broken cloud cover swaying in and out, helping to mitigate that heat to an extent, creating another fall-like feel as we progress towards the middle part of August. Getting a look over at what's going to be unfolding throughout this week, we're going to have an alteration in our weather pattern with a more active pattern taking hold as we work from the mid to late part of the work week and on into the weekend, whenever we're going to be bringing shower and storm chances right back into the mix. But looking right here in the short term, we're going to take a look at our dew points and how they're going to behave here over the next 48 to 72 hours, all right? So we'll put it into motion for you. You will note here, we will throughout the entirety of today be anywhere between the mid and upper 50s to right around the lower 60s. Then we work throughout the overnight. We get into our Tuesday. Dew points are going to climb just a bit. It's not going to be terrible, up to around the low to mid 60s. And then you'll see here, folks, as we progress on into the Wednesday time frame and beyond, we got those dew points creeping back up right around the mid and the upper 60s, and then we get into Thursday and Friday up to near 70 degrees. The mugginess is going to come back into play, but with more rain and storm chances from roughly the latter part of Wednesday on, that's going to help mitigate temperatures with the cloud debris associated with these numerous rounds of showers and storms that could be impacting the region. So taking a look at what's going to be dictating our weather pattern, we're looking at 18 to 20,000 feet right above our head, all right? You will note this mid-level ridge that's going to be building here across the region. Take note of that as the week wears on, all right? As that ridge builds over the central and southern continental U.S., take a look as we progress into the latter part of Wednesday on into our Thursday and Friday. Big ridge building up here, trough sagging down here off of the northeast coast. This is going to place us in northwest flow aloft, all right? A couple of weeks ago, folks, we had to deal with this with numerous rounds of strong and severe storm chances. It doesn't look like that pattern is going to be hanging around for that long of an extended period of time. But as we work into our Thursday afternoon all the way through the early morning hours of our Saturday, we will have the opportunity to see some of these strong and severe weather makers jolting in here out of the north and west. And folks, this is pretty much going to continue all the way through the weekend because we've got this upper level low that's going to try to get cut off over the Midwest. And we're going to be looking at numerous disturbances continuing to swing in here out of the north and west direction, all right? So roughly from the latter part of Wednesday, late Wednesday night into our Thursday, all the way through the weekend, we're going to be having these rain and storm chances impacting the region. So right whenever that northwest flow gets going late Thursday into the early part of our Friday, this is what the surface map is going to look like. The first in a series of disturbances, this cold front's going to be extending out from this low pressure system from our north and west, and that northwest flow could bring strong to severe storm chances late Thursday through the latter part of our Friday on into the very early morning hours of our Saturday morning, all right? So you can basically see the storm complex that's developed and jolting through here. And then we'll continue with these chances, as you can see here, as we work through the latter part of Friday. Here we are getting into the weekend with more storm clusters developing in and around our vicinity. It's not a guarantee, folks, that everyone's going to get in on this. It's not going to be a widespread monsoon washout, but numerous rounds of the scattered showers and storms will take us all the way through at least the end of the weekend, with it looks like somewhat quieter conditions arriving here during the early days of next week with a northerly wind component. Hopefully we'll bring a little bit of relief from the heat and humidity that's going to build in here in the late week and throughout the weekend time frame, all right? As previously mentioned, we are keeping eyes on the late Thursday all the way through early Saturday time frame. You can see here from our machine learning guidance that we are included in a very low tier probability of some severe storm chances. But with that being said, we're showing you this to illustrate the presence of those threats. So we're going to be keeping very close eyes on that, all right? Coming along with that, total rainfall amounts here over the next week. It says right around an inch of rainfall. The bulk of this will be falling again, folks, late Wednesday all the way through the weekend. With those numerous rounds of showers and storms coming in here, please take note that some localized areas could get in on more rainfall than this, given the current setup that we're going to see unfolding within our atmosphere. Quick glance out into the tropics. We've got potential tropical cyclone 5 that is trying to develop out well in the Atlantic. This thing is expected to become tropical storm strength by the time we work into our Tuesday afternoon, and then becoming a hurricane by Thursday. But right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be bringing any sensible weather impacts to the continental U.S. We will obviously be keeping an eye on that to see if anything changes. Here's a full 6-day weather forecast breakdown for you, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Today is going to be immaculate, folks. We're going to be keeping the humidity at bay. Highs between the upper 70s to lower 80s. Get out there, soak it in, and enjoy it. A bit warmer and more humid Tuesday into Wednesday. And then as we get into Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, on into the start of the weekend, upper 80s, lower 90s. Scattered shower and storm chances present each and every day. Some of those could become strong to severe in the Thursday evening, all the way through the early Saturday morning time frame. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Monday morning weather or not forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed start to the new work.